Today is August the 13th. We're in Appomattox, Virginia. We got in here about midday today, and the first thing we did is went about 12 miles north of here and checked in a campground. That's 6 miles on the highway and 6 miles into the woods, so it's pretty desolate, but a very nice campground. I'll show it to you in a later video. We got here, first thing I did was go to a library and upgrade my other video, upload it to YouTube. So I didn't get to send it out today, but I'll send it out tomorrow. But we're going to tour Appomattox tomorrow, the courthouse right up there. Hope this wind noise is not too bad, but I'll be in touch. This is the afternoon of the 13th when we got into Appomattox. This is the Holiday Lake State Park in Virginia. We came down here. This is a new part of this park. It's beautiful here. The weather's nice. It's a little surprising. It's got a little cool to it, but we had to do a little bit of maneuvering to get in there because the back of the lot was low, which meant if I put my leveling jacks down, the back tires had come off the ground, and that's where the brakes are, so I didn't want to do that. So we drove it up on 4x6 blocks. So there we are. I'll let you know about Appomattox tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. It sounds nice. I'm going to try to do a little summary of this. We're at Appomattox, and there's a courthouse right down there. And this was a village, just a little communal area. And there's the McLean house where the actual signature took place, where the surrender took place, where Lee surrendered to Grant. This beautiful country here, rolling country. The deal is the two armies were opposing each other. Now this is a little side shot here. There's a big old C5A it looks like, but that has nothing to do with this. We're opposing each other on a line from Richmond to Petersburg, Virginia. And I think somewhere in there, from what we could get, was Lee decided to head south and try to hook up with General Joseph Johnson, who had been opposing Sherman. And he was going to try to get into North Carolina and unite the two armies. Well, as he was headed south, one of his supply lines was cut off, and it forced him west toward Appomattox. And there were several skirmishes and battles along the way. Grant was after him, and every time the rivers were swollen and the creeks and all that stuff. So every time he'd try to get south, he was forced west toward, coincidentally, Appomattox. Lee lost 7,700 men and 8 generals in a battle at Sailor's Creek. So things were just kind of forcing him this way. And as he got over here, every time he would try to go south, he'd get cut off. Grant would cut him off. So he ended up here at Appomattox, and he sent word to Grant that he wanted to talk and find out what his terms might be. It turned out that General Grant was extremely generous with him and let his soldiers, he gave all the Confederate soldiers parole documents, and they printed up 28,000 documents and allowed the Confederate soldiers to keep their horses. They had to give up their weapons. But anyway, that's about it as far as I can get it. It's pretty through here. Hope that's not too boring, but Lee's whole idea was to get into North Carolina and hook up with that General Johnson, and they felt like they could win the war, but that didn't happen. Interesting little road. This is a stagecoach, Richmond-Lynchburg Stage Road. All right, I wanted to show you that road, stage road, and this is a little placard I'm reading off of. It says the road in front of you is the remnant of the Richmond-Lynchburg Stage Road. On April 9th, 1865, the most important road in Virginia to Robert E. Lee. Along this road, he planned to escape west, hoping eventually to turn south and join Joe Johnston, not Johnson, Johnston's army in North Carolina. when the Federals blocked this route, Lee had no choice but to surrender. All right, I'm getting ready to wrap this Appomattox thing up. This is a little cemetery. There are 18 rebels buried there and one Union soldier. One of the blurbs I read a while ago, which was kind of interesting, Joe Johnston had been chasing Sherman down there, and after the surrender took place here, Joe Johnston surrendered to Sherman in Raleigh or Durham, and it was the largest Confederate. He surrendered 80,000 troops to Sherman. So anyway, we're getting ready to stop this, but this is a monument that the state of North Carolina put in here. I don't know why they put it so far off the road. I guess whatever, but just want to show you that. And that's about all I can say about Appomattox. All right, this is correction time. That monument down there at the end of this path is the North Carolina monument. That other tall structure over there is the Raine, R-A-I-N-E, Family Cemetery and Monument. And while we're here, this is close to Grant's headquarters. Tent site is a half a mile that way. I'm not walking down there, but just needed to correct that. That tall structure over there is the Raine Family Cemetery and Monument. This is getting near the last of the historical data. This is Lee's last attack was here. They drove the Confederates off of this ridge, but it didn't last long. The next day the Confederates took it back over, but as this thing says, then with the rest of the Confederates west of Appomattox Courthouse, the Carolinians fell back into the village. The shooting died away, never to resume. All right, we're back at the park. I'm gonna wrap this video up, but I want to show you what this park looks like. It's very nice, but we can see we're up on a big old hill. I had to bring the motorhome down here a while ago to turn it around. A little bit spooky, but it was all right. But anyway, this is a beautiful park. They've done a good job with it, and we're about 6 miles off the highway, and it's built around a lake. It's called Holiday Lake, and they put a beach in here and facilities and so forth. So got fishing over there. But it's nice. Whoa, don't run into her. Found out yesterday that our spot we were in was reserved for this weekend, so they moved us over here, which is fine. I'm wrapping up this video. This is it. We've done Appomattox, and I want to show you this park. It's a very nice park, and we're all set. I got one more thing I want to show you over at the bus, but we're going to stay here tonight, which is Friday night, and tomorrow night, and then leave Sunday. I just want to show you this. We had where we parked, that's the water supply, and I've got about 2 inches to spare over there. We measured it before we put that slide out, but you just got to be careful because we're on quite a slope here. This is a pretty big slope, and I'll show you this right here, which I'm not crazy about, but I think we're all right. This back tire right here is clearing the ground, but I got it chalked, and my other tire's on the ground over there, and that's where our brakes are. But that's it for this video. Got a little awning out. How nice. This is nice. And I'm going to try to get this out tomorrow. Hope you enjoy it.